Welcome to my first opinions video in 2026, and starting off with a hot drama that happened days ago, which thankfully got resolved immediately. So, Adobe made a post about the discontinuation the sale of Adobe Animate, effective on March of this year due to the evolving technologies and new alternatives that helps users more than Adobe Animate itself. For enterprise customers, this will last until March of 2029, while for other customers, only by around March of 2027. As for people who have the Creative Cloud Pro plan, they can use other Adobe apps like After Effects and Express. Now of course, this is definitely concerning, since majority of the animations come from Adobe Animate. And this is also a big blow towards objects shows. Yes, I have to add that as well, because they are also using Adobe Animate as well. Since you already know that this causes an outrage, I won't go into deep detail. But in short, it's because Adobe is heavily focused on AI, which I'll give my opinions on it later. Thankfully, Adobe made a big mistake and reversed the announcement. Instead of discontinuing it, they set it to maintenance mode. Now, what does it mean? It means the app will stay, but no longer adds new features in the future. Now don't worry. They'll continually support it by providing security and bug fixes, and also available for new and old users. Alright, here is my opinion. This is disappointing honestly, but I'm at least glad that they reversed that decision. When I was reading about this whole discontinuation drama, it turns out that the decision itself is not surprising, since there's a lack of meaningful updates for Animate during the Max conference of 2025. And the fact that they bet $2 billion that AI is a new battleground for brand discovery is okay. I'm gonna be honest, they're right. But that doesn't mean you spit at their faces and force them to use AI tools. Look, I use AI to help me understand difficult tasks easily, i.e. ChatGPT, Copilot, and Gemini. But there should be a distinct line between use it as a guide, or a helper when you're struggling or needed improvements, to slop, inauthenticity, and potentially causes more harm than good. As I've said from this video, it's not the AI's fault, but rather, it's us. Because they use it to make slop and earn revenue without any effort, corporates trying so hard on forcing all of us to give up our artistic expression and creativity, and in a worst case scenario, forming it into either the Big Brother, HAL 9000, or AM, Allied Master Computer. Man, now I feel interested on the TAM or the uTaught, or even have the urge to read these two books. Anyways, for my final opinion, just because technology is getting advanced and new competitor tools that provide better uses are on the horizon, that doesn't mean that Adobe Animate is now irrelevant or obsolete. I wonder what statistics did they use in order to justify the discontinuation? My best assumption is that Adobe Animate sales are not high. It is probably because it's expensive, thus resulting to people pirating the software. So no, users didn't move to other softwares. They stayed because they love it. It's just too expensive to buy the official version. In conclusion, Adobe Animate is staying. This was the closest point of recipe for disaster. I'm glad they reversed it as soon as possible. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Stay safe, and peace.